Howdy, House District 60. Mark here, sitting in Salem, finishing up week 10. Actually, we finished up week 9 on Saturday at Mount Hood Community College with the first Ways and Means Roadshow. We listened to testimony for about 2.5 hours. I think 57 people made it through the testimony. Over 500 people there, over 200 people signed up to provide testimony. A lot of conversation of people wanting funding for all kinds of different projects. We're going to be in LeGrand, like we talked about here in a couple of weeks, and then in Klamath Falls. It's opportunity for people in House District 60 to travel a little bit, but plug their capital construction request to the full legislature. Thank you for those that have submitted to me. We're looking forward to figuring out how to champion those across the line. So then we came back on Monday and had a full day in ag and everything else. I think we went through 7 work sessions and a couple public hearings. That seems to be typical for every committee right now because the deadline is April 9th. There's a lot of stuff moving, a lot of amendments moving. Legislative council is backed up multiple days. If you don't have your amendments in, you might not get them back in time to make the April 9th. It's going to be pretty chaotic next 2.5 weeks. Looking forward to actually April 9th coming and going. Hopefully we get a lot of our bills across the first chamber deadline. We rolled into Tuesday. Tuesday was a good day. I want to thank the RFPA members that came over from Eastern Oregon. We had Adoman, Skinners, Allison Rayburn, Newton, O'Keefe. We had a lot of good RFPAs come in the building. I had a good day with them. We actually met with the governor. She said she would support the policy and actually support the financial request. First time I've seen the governor say she will support a financial request that was not in the governor's requested budget. So that was exciting. The RFPAs did a great job. Then we went to the public hearing. I think we got 45 minutes or so for the public hearing. Had good testimony, had great questions from the committee. I fully expect 3349 and 3350 to pass out of committee. One is the program setup. It'll go to the House floor. And one is the funding. It'll go down to Ways and Means. And the funding request is $1 million. Those guys and gals also met with every committee member. Did their work and look forward to champion their bill across the finish line. I want to give a shout out to Representative Vicki Breeze-Iverson for also coordinating and helping me with that, as our 2 House districts have the most RFPAs and the most rangeland in them. Then we moved over to Wednesday. Wednesday was also a positive day. Had a lot of Harney County folks come down to testify on House Bill 3800. It's the alternative we're proposing to the rulemaking that's currently going on in Harney County. Harney County is going to be classified a critical groundwater area. It's going to happen probably the fall of this year. What we're looking at is trying to make sure there is some voluntary approaches along with the regulatory approaches in order to get to reasonably stable. Try to protect our environment, try to protect our economics. I want to thank Merle, Tony, Rob, Andy, Jacob, Fred, and Tom for coming down. Did a great job. Told their story. Told why agriculture is important. Articulated they know we have to use less water, but we want the department to work with our community. Very proud of those folks. That bill will kick the rules as we continue to work with the community, the department, and their stakeholders to try to figure out the final language. Also want to say thanks to Mike Freeze. Mike Freeze has been helping us work that in the building, providing a lot of language. Then we had 3657 pass out of ag. It is the wildlife compensation. It's a bill that Rep. Bobby Levy was working on. I was able to testify in support with her on it. Good bill, should pass. We also, good bill, did pass out of committee, should pass on the floor, get out of Ways and Means, sorry. Then we had 3314, the Chihuahua Can bill that worked out of work session, passed unanimously to support the Chihuahua Can collaborative going down in Lake County. That's in Ways and Means. We'll have to fight for the funding on that. We do have a work session coming up next week on 3192 Duchenne's. Duchenne's is a disease that newborns can get, and it's curable if you do a blood test for it at birth. Unfortunately, the state of Oregon doesn't have a successful program set up to do a lot of newborn screening and blood testing. So what we're proposing is to set the state of Oregon up with some more funding to provide those blood tests for newborns, so we can catch some of these diseases early while they're curable, save Oregonians millions, and save families a lot of a lot of heartbreak. Been partnering with Rep. Susan McLain on this bill. She's been working this bill for this concept for 6 years, I believe. Very fortunate to have her help us shepherding that. Have a work session coming up this next week. Fully expected to pass out of committee, go to Ways and Means, and we'll have to work it. As you said, as you've heard today, I've said Ways and Means a lot. Probably 2/3 of the bills that are passing out of policy committees right now have a budget request. They go to Ways and Means. We won't understand the fate of most of those until after the next revenue forecast, which is in May. The budget is tighter than typical here, which I can't say is a bad thing. But we're going to have to make a good argument why our policy priorities that have funding requests need to pass the line. So once again, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the newsletters. Hope you enjoyed these videos. Any comments, questions, or concerns, please send them to us. If not, be safe. Have a good day.